Hey, it's the end of the world. Welcome, everybody. We're on charts.bitcoin.com today. So, we're going to be chatting about this for a second. But before we get into that, let's look at how the markets are doing today. So, $400 billion, they're doing absolutely fantastic. Bitcoin has fallen down. I'm really excited about this because it's now approaching 7,500. Some people are predicting that's the point where it's going to stop. I don't know. I mean, whatever. You can look at these predictions and give or take something with it. But in my opinion, if you're a newbie, if you have no idea what you're doing, just buy when it's on a low point, which right now it is at a low point, and then hold. Hold not for 6 months, not for 12 months, not for 18 months, but think about it for the next 5 years. Now, if you profit a bunch before the next 5 years, cool. Awesome. Go into other altcoins, start trading around a little bit. Maybe you can become a day trader, but most likely you don't care about day trading. You just care about hodling, and that's where we're going to be. So right now, I saw my portfolio go down probably about $50,000 to $70,000. I'm really excited about that. Ethereum has fallen a couple $100, and we are just going to go through the list. It's just a sea of red, like, wow, this is great. So you see minus 29%, minus 22%, minus 25%. Where's my beautiful Steam? $3.90. Woo! And yeah, pretty much the only one that's up is a little bit strange. This DGX DAO, I have no idea what that is. It's up 41% today while everything else is down. I mean, Tether is doing the best out of that. And then everything else is 20 to 30 to 40%. The market cap has fallen about $400 billion from where it was at a month or two ago. And let's chat about Bitcoin today. Should you be freaking out? Is it actually the end of the world today? I wouldn't say so, because we're going to look at the long-term charts here, what's been happening. So this is from the very beginning. You're probably familiar with this famous little bit here, which actually let's make sure that I'm not blocking anything, right? So it started from 2009 in January. That was the birth of Bitcoin. Shortly after the Wall Street crashes of 2008, you saw these giant mortgage firms, AIG Insurance, all that stuff, Lehman Brothers, those fell. You had the billion-dollar bailouts, and Satoshi Nakamoto, whether it was a he, she, they, whatever it was, they decided enough is enough. Let's create this cryptocurrency. There was no ICO with Bitcoin. It started from a couple pennies, and now it peaked at $20,000 on certain markets. Now by $20,000, for the average person, when they look at coin market cap, it was never at $20,000. I think it was at $19,000 or somewhere around there. For this chart, it goes all the way up to 19,223. Cool. But then you have to keep in mind that there's different exchanges. Some people were selling for 20,000, and on local Bitcoins or Paxful, people were selling up to $25,000, $30,000 per Bitcoin. So that was the peak. So it went from a couple pennies to $25,000 on certain exchanges from certain sellers. That's pretty crazy, especially if you bought Bitcoin at $10 or $100 or even $1,000, right? So this was a long journey from 2009 to 2018. Here is where we are. I'm going to be looking at one specific point, that is from January on to February, because that's where we are today. It is February 2nd. And the first point we're going to look at is 2013-14, because it's reminiscent of what's happening right now, where some people think it is a crash. Nobody can predict what's going to happen. So this is a possibility here where if it does happen, well, whatever, we just have to wait it out, and that's just going to be one of those events. Here's 2013 going up in October and November, and it hit a peak of nearly $1,100. So this is around December here. It had a pullback, then people were buying again right around the first days of January. It peaked again. This was at $956, and then slowly for the next month of January, it was kind of stabilized a little bit, but it was gradually dropping. And then here is February, where around February it was at 842, and then it just dropped for the rest of the year, which this was a tough hold for some people. You know, it dropped from $800 to $200 to even below $200 later, and people were freaking out here, right? But on the long-term scale of things, if you remember, you look at the entire charts, okay, sure, it crashed to $200. That was a beautiful buying opportunity for the millionaires. They kept purchasing more and more and more of these altcoins. Unfortunately for the average Joe, they were either stuck holding or they sold. And if they sold back in 2014 or 15 and now they looked at it in 2017 and they didn't purchase anymore, they're probably like, oh gosh, I wish I had bought it at $200 and then sold it at 20 grand, right? But hindsight is 20/20, so you have to use the better judgment of what you can. The second thing we're going to look at here is just from the month of January shifting onto February from 2015, 16, 17, and 18. So this is 2015. This is the month of January, it's going up, and then it falls. Oh no, and this is February right around here. So it goes up, it falls, and then it goes up again shortly after. Oh wow, so you didn't even have to wait that long. The people who sold here probably were a little bit upset because then they later bought it here. Oh no, I wish I purchased it. Yeah. Then we're gonna go to 2016. Here's December, here's January, and there's a drop. And then February goes up. 16 and 17. December, it's going up, and then it drops, and then it goes up later. A lot. It goes up a lot. From here, where if you purchased it in January for under $1,000, and then you later saw it hit $19,000 or $20,000. Yeah, props to those people who are buying. And as you see, every time it goes up, there's a little bit of a pullback, a little bit of a pullback, a little bit of a pullback, because people who made a bunch of money, they're excited, they're buying their Lamborghinis, they're buying their Rolexes, their Rolls Royces, they don't care. And the newbies are coming in and they're freaking out and they're panicking because they heard that there's millions of dollars to be made and there's not, because suddenly they're losing it all. To me, this looks like, yes, for the long-term perspective, there's definitely a lot of opportunity with Bitcoin. In the short term, the one case scenario that could happen is in February or in March, if it's a little bit later, we go up in value again. And then there could be a pullback or whatever happens in summertime, and then it starts growing again. The other case scenario is that it doesn't recover in February. It doesn't recover next month. It doesn't recover for the next 3 to 6 to 8 to whatever, the next 2 years, right? And if it doesn't recover, as in it's floating around $7,000, $8,000, $10,000, and then only later it hits 20,000 or even 50,000 or these astonishing figures, then so be it. That's how it's going to be. And for the people who are freaking out, they're panicking that, oh no, I'm selling right now because I'm not going to wait 6 months, I'm not going to wait 12 months. Good, because you're creating awesome buying opportunities for those who are willing to be patient. And if you came into this trying to be a billionaire or a millionaire through Bitcoin, I'm sorry, but it's a little bit too late. So unless you're one of those day traders, or you're going to do it the right way, where if you buy it, you just hold and you don't sell, you don't freak out, you don't panic, you're going to be fine. But if you want to become a millionaire, the more money you can get is from, forget about Ethereum or Ripple, even the top 20 coins. It's rather from number 20 to position 100 to position 200, around there. These coins that are already past the ICO stage and they have good projects and teams. Okay, cool. So you put some money into this and that, blah, blah, blah. It keeps going. And then once you have money in the lower risk cryptocurrencies, you start investing into the ICOs. Now with the ICOs, there's two routes you can take. One is you go into the pre-sale. The pre-sale right before the pre-ICO, you're pooling your money, or it's your own money, and you're given 100 grand or a million or 5 million, whatever it is, so you get a better price. You can get a really good price, anywhere from 50 to 100 to 200% bonus, and then you just dump the first day. You dump as soon as you have it, whatever. If you don't care about the project or team, cool. Or the other route is you get it at, okay, 25% bonus, but it's a fantastic project. You're just going to hold on to it, and you're expecting 10x returns or 100x returns. And the more you have money, the more opportunities and the more diversification you can have. You can have a little bit in Steemit, you can have a little bit in these mining programs, into these cloud mining programs, and a little bit into HYPs, whatever. You take some money, you put it into real estate, you put it into gold, you put it into oil, you put it whatever. You diversify 100 different times, and you don't care about this stuff. How do the rich people think? Right now, they're purchasing more. They're purchasing more and holding and purchasing more, and they don't really care, and they're creating even further limits. So let's say they purchase right now at 8,000. Maybe they want to purchase more at 7,500, and they don't get there, but they already purchased at 8,000. That's fine. They sell off at 10,000, and they go into some ICOs, and then they constantly have more and more money flowing in, because the rich people make money while they're sleeping. They make their money work for them. So the newbies will be selling off, and they'll be freaking out. And at the end of the day, is it something to be really, really worried about? Well, it's up for you to decide. I'm no expert about this. I can't offer any financial advice. I just wanted to chat about this. Personally, I'm not worried about the fact that I lost $50,000 to $70,000 from my portfolio. It just is what it is, and I'll hold on to it. Maybe there's a chance that I lost it forever. Maybe there's a chance that a $100,000 plus portfolio is suddenly going to be worth 10 grand, and I'll sell it. But most likely for the next couple of months, I'm not going to even touch it. So if you're in a position like me, where you don't want to look at your portfolio because you just lost a bunch of money, that's cool. Just check the charts every now and then, see how they're doing, and laugh it off. Because if you're freaking out, if you're getting all paranoid, if you're getting super emotional about it, well, that's not the best solution. Anyways, my name is Michael Cabrera. Hopefully this video could be helpful to some. I, again, am not offering investment advice, so if you are looking for that, just make sure you go to multiple sources. But we shall see you guys tomorrow. Also, definitely check out the Telegram group. The Telegram group. We're at 500 members. Thank you for that. So, peace.